Hey guys, welcome to another episode. Today we're gonna make some car magnets, and we haven't done that product in a long time. It's been months since we make some car magnets. We've mainly been getting like hoodies, t-shirts, now with the weather, and decals, but car magnets, I think it's been like probably half a year. Anyway, today we're gonna make those, and we're gonna use the GRAPHTEC because yesterday we made some hoodies using the Cameo. We had some issues with the settings, so I don't want to deal with that today. So, because I guess I'm more lazy than Saul, so I want to get this over with so we don't get tired of saying this. If you have the money to invest on a better machine like the GRAPHTEC, do it. It's worth it. So I'm just gonna get over with the materials. We're gonna use Oracle 651 and the transfer. We're gonna use the R-Tape Clear Choice AT75, the Magnum magnetic for the magnets. We're gonna cut them. We're gonna use the cutting mat and the blue ruler. Remember that you can get all the equipment. The links will be on the description or on the first comment. So let's get this over with. All right, so Nacho's going to align the vinyl. Basically, you just pull the vinyl to the front. We're going to make sure that it's aligned. Then we're gonna lock it and send it to the back. Press 1 and it's gonna do a scan. It's gonna pull it to the back. And you just pay attention. If it moves too much, then it needs to be rescanned. I think that's good. Another thing I want to mention is that we've been kind of slow during like December, January. So I'm going to ask you guys, were you guys slow? Did it affect you somehow? And it usually affects us, but we noticed this year it was slower than usual. I don't know if it has to do with maybe the economy or maybe more competition, because we noticed a lot of competition lately, but no problem. I mean, we are picking up now. It's in the middle of January now, so I think things are picking up, and it's gonna get better now when people are gonna get their tax return. That's why we are flooding the social media with ads and all that. And the guys are filming for social media. For those that don't know, we have a Spanish version of RDI, and we have Facebook. Saul is doing a lot of Facebook ad, like videos.
Now, I'd like to say a few things about Cameo's behalf is that yesterday we had the settings, the cut force was too high, so that was my mistake. We should have taken the time to fix the cut force. So usually, or I would say most of the time, it's usually my fault because I don't really take the time to learn the machine. But honestly, Cameo cutter is more likely for something to go wrong. So that's why we always, like we said not long ago, we always recommend that you guys invest in a GRAPHTEC. There's no other way to put it.
All right, our vinyl is ready, and Nacho's going to cut it just like that.
We're recording this on purpose. Hopefully the machine will make that noise. This vinyl cutter, like, you would never have an issue if the vinyl gets too tight. It has plenty of strength pulling the vinyl compared to the Cameo. If this were to happen with the Cameo, it would completely stop in the middle of the project, and that would be a waste of material.
One of the things that we rarely mention when we make magnets is that make sure that it's properly aligned, because sometimes this has happened before to us, that we forgot that, you know, maybe the last magnet that we cut from the roll was not aligned, and then we make the cut and find out when it's too late. So
this one looks completely straight, so it's good to go.
Now that we make sure that it is aligned, now we're gonna use the ruler, and they gotta be 14 because this is for like a truck. And Saul is gonna do like a small cut there, and Nacho is gonna do the same on the other side. Always make sure that it is perfectly aligned.
Always make sure that the blade is completely sharp, 100% sharp.
We do the cut.
Yep.
Now we're gonna cut another one same size. All right, so Nacho's gonna start weeding out the red color, and depending on the numbers, we're starting from left to right because we have many number 3s, and that's the easiest way to start in theory, because I see Nacho struggling, but for some reason the red color feels thicker. So I always notice that issue with the red color, or maybe the settings. Yeah, I shouldn't say bad things about the Cameo 4. Maybe it's hunting me.
I'm gonna start with this section, the top section. I see a whole bunch of letters for some reason. We're having some challenges with the cut force, and that's why the two of us, Nacho and I, are gonna do this, take care of this. Fortunately, we got plenty of hands to do this. So we don't wanna hide anything from you guys. We want you guys to see the real struggles. I mean, honestly, I'd rather go through this than having to get up really early in the morning and having just to go to work. There's nothing wrong with doing that, but that's not for us, or for me at least.
I don't know if it's, I noticed even the transfer. Let me know in the comments that does this happen to you like during like cold weather? Maybe it's due with the weather, or the vinyl for some reason acts this way when it's humid or cold. I noticed that. Maybe it's just my imagination.
I'm gonna show you so you guys see the real temperature, and we keep these in the
Garage.
The last night, oops, I cannot go back. But last night the temperature, I think it was around it was like around 10.
10, like one digit. Yeah, it was one digit
Like
in the morning, like AM. So
right now
yeah,
the temperature is going up. So this had been sitting in the garage for a long time, and it's been really, really cold. Maybe that's why the vinyl is acting this way, but who knows?
and this is the garage. We have all the vinyl here, and like Saul mentioned, it's super cold. The vinyl's been sitting here for days and days, and it's been single digits, and I can only imagine how cold it gets here in a closed environment like the garage. It's not heated, it doesn't have anything. Like, it's super cold right now. Of course, we gotta have our workout equipment here. You can tell it's very dusty. All right, so we're about to find out if it was the weather. Now we're gonna do the blue one, and this one's been sitting in the garage too. So we're about to find out. How do you guys?
It's working better. I was concerned because of the details, but that wasn't on purpose, right? That's the type of font.
No, that's the type of font. It
okay.
gives like a distress look.
And look at that, how easy it's coming off. So it had to do with the vinyl.
Yeah, because we noticed certain vinyls, they act differently. So
whatever it was, I'm glad that this is working out way better than the red color.
all right, but anybody can do the big ones now. They're gonna do the little letters, so that's gonna seal our theory. I think it's going, yeah, much better.
Way better. We're gonna apply our tape, Clear Choice AT75.1. It's getting noisy in here. We're not gonna use the tape application rollers, but remember, if you guys don't have any extra help like we do, we strongly recommend that you look at this amazing tool. You can apply your transfer on your vinyl decals, but you can also use it if you have any of the Cameo cutters or any other small vinyl cutters. It feels good to be doing this kind of work, even though it was a little bit challenging weeding out the red color, but those are some challenges that you may face when using a vinyl cutter.
But we love challenges, don't we, boys?
Yeah, we do.
All right, so now the next step is to, of course, apply the vinyl into the magnet. And this is the sample that we send the customer, so it better look like that. And the colors are similar, so as you know, we're gonna use the alignments or the registrations to combine the layers, and we're gonna start with the blue color. We have it perfectly aligned. Now the next step is to place some pieces of tape around, and Saul is going to squishy one half and then the other side.
To my left, and we're gonna do a dry application.
Yeah, because with this cold weather, you never know how long it's gonna take to dry, so safest to do it dry. And yeah, he's gonna use the cutting knife. Remember, all the links will be below. That will be a good way to support us.
Now this is a way we notice to avoid bubbles, is if you apply it like the way I'm doing it, like going not too slow, not too fast. This is what I'm doing right now. Of course, I have some help here, which makes it easier.
All right, now we're gonna remove the transfer, and always do it carefully, even though we did a dry application, but always be careful because this is a high-tack transfer. Now the guys expose the registrations. Now the next step will be to align them and combine them. So Saul is gonna do his side first. Perfect. Now we're gonna do, are we doing the same?
Yeah,
step?
repeat the same steps,
and
pretty much.
Focus on one side, then the other.
Now we're gonna do the other section, the last section. And something I wanna mention is that we get this question a lot. How come we're not using a digital printer? First of all, because we do not own one. They can get a little pricey, but they're totally worth it. If you can invest money in a digital printer, will be a lot better. You're not gonna have to deal with all the challenges that we faced. But if you have a vinyl cutter, do not let that stop you from making these products.
And finally, we're going to round the corners, and Nacho is gonna use that, and I believe you can also find them on the links below. We'll make sure to leave some if you want to get your own. Now let me warn you, this is not for magnets, but you know, we improvise. So this is for business cards, but it comes with different blades for different sizes. We use the biggest one, of course, but it does the job. So anyway, guys, thank you guys so much. If you like this video, make sure you give us a like, subscribe. This is it for this episode from the RDI team. We really appreciate your support, and yeah, we'll see you guys on the next episode.